In this video, I just want to show you an example of how to create some big group vocals. In the last video, I layered Ashley's voice up with 4 more of herself, and that's okay if her lead vocals are still going to be the main focus. But if you have a part of a song where the group vocals as a whole take over, and the lead vocal isn't the focus, the key to doing this is to layer up multiple singers. So here I have 23 different vocal tracks layered up, and there's 5 different singers singing on these parts. 2 female singers and 3 male singers. So here's what it sounds like as a group.
Believe me when you see me, when you hear me call your name. This is a song for the broken hearted. Believe me when you see me, when I tell you that I've given up. This is a song for the broken hearted.
So each of these vocals went through EQ and compression on input, and I've also tuned and time aligned them. And it's mostly just in unison, but there's a few parts where they break off into harmonies. So there's 4 channels of female vocals here at the top.
Believe me when you see me, when you hear me call your name.
Now, her voice by itself, I wouldn't like it too much, but in the group, it helps add some bite to the high end. The next singer is 8 channels of Christine from the Vocal Mic Shootouts.
Believe me when you see me, when you hear me call your name. This is a song for the broken hearted.
So she's singing in multiple ranges and styles: low, high, falsetto, full voice, harmonies. So again, it's the diversity of the vocal character that gives this the big group vocal sound. Next up is a low baritone male voice. I've got him singing mostly low parts, but I've layered him with some parts up an octave.
Believe me when you see me, when you hear me call your name.
Then there's a few channels of me singing.
Believe me when you see me, when you hear me call your name.
And then one last male vocal doing 2 tracks. He's got a bit more mid-range grit.
Believe me when you see me, when you hear me call your name.
Then typically I pan each of the tracks, adjust their levels, and then bus process them with an aux track in Pro Tools. So I've got some additional EQ, I've got some additional compression, and I also have a gate to cut out any of the extraneous noise between phrases. And I've also added some chorus and reverb on effects sends. So that's just an example of how to create big group vocals. It's not about a particular way of mixing or what effects you use. It's really just about getting a good diversity of voice types. Falsetto also really helps if you can get 4 to 6 channels of falsetto vocals from different singers layered with their full voice parts. This can make 5 singers sound like 30.